Ah, bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. If I spoke other languages, I would thank everybody in the world. Because if there's anybody in the world that I haven't said his name, his country, his color, or anything else about him, maybe I should start doing it. Let's start out where life all began. Skipping over the Middle East, okay, in its entirety. It is what it is. It's the entire Middle East. And we always seem to leave out Norway. We have to remember Australia, the Olympics. That was a sign of God to remember that place. They will have something to do in the future with something. They will be powerful and strong, and they will connect to different regions around the world until they are so powerful everybody believes in their truth. Because all they are set out to do, Australia, starting with AUSTRIA, or whatever it is. Anyways, the letter count, the number count is fantastic. And Norway and Sweden and Hungary. I know my family's been out in Hungary, and part of my family came from Poland, and part of my family came from Russia, Chernobyl. When we got off the boat, I was speaking to a gentleman that lived down the street from me, and I said, "How you doing?" And he tells me he's fine. I says, "Why is your name the way it is?" I don't want to mention his name. He says, "Well, when I got off the boat, how it sounded to them is how they wrote it, and that's the name I became." So in the last 100 years, there are many people that got off the boat, and they're so connected into Europe that we don't remember, we don't care, we don't want to know. What is it? We're connected. This, okay, is an added-on extra North America. The Mississippi River, they brought islands together. I bet you that Mississippi River, right, was divided by a mile or 2 or 3 miles from those islands. Okay, the way they run Highway 55 up one side and Highway 65 up the other side, splitting the Mississippi. Well, in my numbers and definitions in my book, say that those states are once separated. Okay? In fact, there were other separations too. When you start going east against west and north against south, there's a reason for it in the mind. So it had to probably happen, or is it going to happen? How is the association made? Anyways, it's just like other things and other associations. Okay? And I did this video before, and I want to show it again. This is 5775 if you just look at the dark brown. But in the center, okay, it actually looks like, you see those diamond shapes that I tell you about? You see the way those diamonds come out, just like on the cards? Same diamonds. Should there be 4 diamonds? No, not in this. Now, what it stands to say is, okay, is it could be a yod, it could be a resh, it could be yod, mem, yod, or if you want to stand it this way, it says 111 over that 000, 101, 101, 101. Orange, orange, blue, blue, green, 1. And if you see the interiors of the 1, they also make 1s. So you have 111, 111, 111. Okay? And then you have 2 V's. That's 5775. It looks like the train, doesn't it? It's like a train. Choo-choo, choo-choo. See the way I put the little cough at the end? You like that little cough? Right? Have that extra yud. What I'm going to go on to next is, I just came from synagogue, and I was looking and listening to the reading, and he said, "Who art thou?" And I said, "Oh my God, it's perfect." Somebody asked me, "What are you going to name your art?" I'm going to call it Who Art. Now, how you spell who is all up to me. Okay? Can you just write H-O-O? Well, they write that for hoot on the owl. So why not H-O-O, who? My dictionary, my creation, I'll choose. But I did a letter count on the straight who art, and who comes up to a letter count of 46, which means angel and man. And the art is perfect because it comes out to 39, which means the 3 kings. Not our king, obviously, because we're actually the king of the jack, you know? So it counts for the other 3 kings. They total an 85 count. It's the ring heaven. Don't mess with the ring heaven. That's like black magic. I don't know how it works, you know. But like I said, I'm writing a book and I need to create certain things and things that I really believe. I believe you play with that trigram, my friends, in the eighth heaven. Ooh, you're going to be spooked. And then when you start to get spooked, it's perfect. Finally, somebody figured out how to use it, and that's the calling of God. Now, what I'm going to show you in this true art is how it works. Okay? I showed you a double W, okay? But next to it, I just want to cross the W out. I split it up. The one on the left supports the upside down V to the one on the right who supports the upside down V. In Roman numerals, okay, you would say this is coming from God's world, okay, not an expression of our world because it's upside down, okay, just like the Jews start from the right and go to the left. Like if you count your fingers, are you counting your right thumb first or your left thumb first? Think about it. When you count your fingers, do you count your left thumb first? Where do you start? What is the sixth finger you use? Anyways, this one here says angel and man 6. Now we move it over and we show you that fancy W. Okay, now that fancy W can be done like this. If you separate it, it becomes L, 12th letter, the V is the 22nd letter, and the L is the 12th letter. Then again, you can call it Roman numerals and call L 50, the V 5, and the L 50. You have Freedom 55 inside the W, the 23rd letter, which caused you the beta creation to come into life. Now, if you want to call it, we can also mix it up between letters and cards. Okay, this time we're going to use cards on the left. The two L's are the 12th letter, become the 12th card, become the queen. The next one is the jack for the V, or valet in French, and then the queen again. Don't forget the beaver queen because she dammed it all up, and a dam is a queen in French. You have a total of 30. Now, if you count those cards as a poker card queen, she'd be 12 each. Jack would be 11. It'd be the 5 creation. Okay, the ring of the 5 creation, 2 queens and a jack. I'm not exactly sure why they call it 2 queens and a jack, but anyways, what I do now is I connect it. And I connect it right over here. Okay? See, it looks like a little butterfly? See, I make it a little bit bigger over here on this side. Okay? And actually, it's a bat. Okay? It's W for creation. It's also a transport. 2 and 3 is a transport. So if you see that design, it sort of turns into a bat. Well, what happens when the angels connect with us? Okay? It's fast. It's fast. Okay? It flies. It's a butterfly. Okay? And what happens? It ain't got no eyes. Communication ain't got no eyes. It's got wiring, and it always gets to where it's going. The bat. Okay? Now what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to shove you up right here. I want to show you, see that 7x7? Well, this design over here is actually this design over here. That's 7x7. Hold on, I can't see the screen. That's my problem. Okay, you see this design here and this design here is the same thing. Take a look how I split it apart. I'll take a pen. I have a little extra time, and I'll show you. Can you see it now? Same thing. 7x7. 7 times 7 is 49. There we go. We got the Lotto Max here in Quebec. We got the lottery right there. And I've seen that and done that many times. Now we go to the mug and dubbed of 5775. Now let's take a look. There are 2 V's. Each V has a value of 5. But one is an expression from the south as one is an expression from the north. Take it, they're both expressions, okay? The addition of the 2 in this scenario cancel each other out. One is the south, one is the north. We only use what's left over in the east and west. Now, if you can see properly, I'm going to have to take a pen for this because you might not see this. Okay? Now, that symbol is an M. You can call it sigma. It's 1,000 in Roman numerals. Then there's here, 1,000 in Roman numerals. So you got 1,000 and 1,000. It's 2,000. The X in the center stands for 10. Now, this little piece here, okay, there should be another one here and another one on this side. They wipe each other out, okay? But the one you don't see because of all the transitions in between the 2 add up to another 5. So in the actuality, the number comes out to 2 M's, 1 X, 1 V. You count all the B's for 1 because of their opposites, okay? Makes 2,000 because there's 2 M's, and 15, which is the year 5775. Now, if we go into the Mug and David, we have the same, where am I? We have the same 2 M's on each side as 1,000. We have the 5 that we count now on the bottom. We have the 5 we count at the top is 2010, and the 2 straight lines going across, 2011, 2012. If you want to categorize them, you're actually meeting at 2016, but that would be the end of 2015. It would be probably a final date. Okay, so we got those numbers now. Now I'm going to show you some numbers. I probably lost them somewhere in my book here. Baseball cards. Did we do the card one? The diamond count in a simple count has 52 more images on it because the reverse image, because of the reflection of the diamond is the same on both sides. It gives the count in the diamond cards of 52. 52 is the letter count for Earth, Heart, Heart, H8E 5, A1, 6 and 8 is 14, R is 18 is 32, and T is 20 for a 52 count of Heart. Okay, there was another thing I wanted to do in here. We're at 11 minutes right now. Ah, yes, this was just for fun. Okay, so now, okay, as you actually know, I told you if there's 2 M's on there, it counts for 1,000 each is 2,000. But everybody knows if we go around the whole Mug and David, you'll get actually 6 M's saying 6,000 years. When this sign is up, it's up. It's up in 3 years. So let's start. We had Noah, N, value 14, letter count 2938. 3 heavens of 8. Beautiful. 24. 2 and 4 is 6 man. 2 times 4 is 8 heaven. Not going any further. Moses. 13th letter. 1 spirit of creation. 13, 28, 38, 47, 52, 62, 71. 1 spirit of God. Then we had Jesus. Oh, we know. I already know the count for Jesus is already 74. And that's God in the 4 corners. So the total count is now 37 between the initials. The only thing we need for freedom and luck of Chai, because Chai is the creation of the Yod, and the freedom is to free the Yod, which is a Hebrew letter, which is right here. Okay? This blue is our light. This is I. Okay? This letter here is what freedom is all about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is the 10th letter. It is man and angel as they connect in the heavens as one. So what I want to show you now and tell you is that we're missing one Messiah. What can it be? Well, we're at 37. 37 to 55 is 8, 16, 18. So somebody's got to have the initial with an R. It's either going to be JR or RJ, or it's just going to be no Jack involved, okay, because Jack is everywhere. The Jazz, the Jam, okay, the Jacks, okay. It's the letter R, Raphael, MrTacpans's, but the 4th Messiah brings on the difference. Now, what I want to show you next is the M, and how both of man and angel help the light stand. You see the M here? Okay, let me tell you one thing. We don't look at it this way, right? This is a little mark. You see the mark that you usually make with the 1? Well, this is the way man and angel are connected to the 5, right there in the M. V, Roman numerals. That would be 4, 6, man and angel. 1 is 4, both connected to the 5 ring of Red Bull. Should I just circle that for everybody, or I'm going to ruin it? So let me make a small circle. Life of the egg. I'm telling you, man. Anyways, we've got 14 minutes. I really don't want to waste your time. You can hang down now if you want. There's so many more things I saw tonight. Pumpkin, letter count, 84. Pom, and pom, that's an apple. Why did they all of a sudden, in English, use a French terminology for pom, and now we're all getting mixed up? Get me a pom. Well, did he say it in French? He said it in English. Pumpkin, pompier, pomme de terre, pomme raisin, oasis juices, but all kinds of apple in every one of their juices. The apple man has died, but he will arise in our moons, as the moon will now show the strength of the iPod. as he once more appears. Steve. Steve Jobs.